Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Cova Project's Day of the Girl Child event. We are so pleased to have you all here. Tonight is an opportunity to see the director's cut of the Cova Project's documentary, as well as some additional extras at the end, some updates that nobody has seen yet. So enjoy yourself, sit back and relax, and if you're feeling generous, please donate to the Cova Project and support our work. It's all about access, education, and dignity, and today is the day. Thank you all for being here and have a wonderful night.
This is your captain speaking. Flight crew, please prepare for landing. Thank you for flying with us and have a pleasant stay.
It's just not the documentary we thought we were making.
The first cases were reported in southern China just a few weeks ago. Since then, the coronavirus, now officially a pandemic, has more than 100 countries around the world in its grip.
People in the nation with COVID-19.
The government has been partial lockdown.
Because many things are unknown.
And only after 2 or 3 weeks they realised how big the danger is.
The next day could be a new situation, but the following day could be a very new situation, and we have to be flexible.
Sick and have a fever, cough, sore throat, or are having difficulty breathing, please speak to a member of the crew now. All travellers must self-isolate for a period of 14 days after entering Australia.
You scared?
I'm not scared. I'm just like a bit, it just adds that like element of uncertainty that it's like we can plan as much as we want and we can do as much as we can, but this is something that's like changing on a daily basis that we're just gonna have to adapt as we go along.
And then paperwork on top. That's for you. Emergency.
Yeah.
So there's one case in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Nigeria obviously is like the global hub of West Africa, so like of course that's the first country to go. If the situation is that we get to Liberia and we hand off the cups and we leave, that's still a positive. They can still conduct the work. This is why we have local partners.
No, but I think I like have I'm mentally preparing as much as I can. For me, it's more about accepting that there's going to be like certain moments in the trip where you aren't going to have the control that you want. But you know that you're traveling with people that have been in similar, like know how to handle these situations. You travel with people who you trust completely. Unless we woke up tomorrow morning and it was like,
it's
do not travel.
No Africa travel. Then we're out.
Yeah, no.
Of course.
Of course.
That's not enough. It's not enough. Traveling to Liberia is not something Australians can do on a whim. The visa process alone requires you to be sponsored by a Liberian NGO, so that should give you an idea of the amount of tourists we come across.
Dubbing the mixes I'm mixing, I know I've been missing, I needed some personal time. All the pictures, dimensions, I don't what you did this, I mean it, I'm staying inside. Take out.
Just got off the plane, everyone's wearing face masks, so it was like the first time I'd ever seen anything like it. There was masks, there was temperature gauges, there was men in white coats, and it just like felt very different to the countries we'd just come through. And we thought we were prepared. We thought we were overreacting to COVID. I was already a little nervous for Liberia. There are organisations there like the Peace Corps that don't even let you travel after dark.
Sam and I were landing at 8 p.m, but we had an escort to our hotel in the form of Musa.
My name is Musa Sharif. I am the Liberian founder of Educate West Point. The amazing thing about Liberia is that with all of the war and all the issues, the Ebola, Liberia is a beautiful country. My favorite part of Liberia is West Point, where I was born. West Point is the biggest slum community in Liberia. I would like to stand against injustice towards women. My mom is the driving force behind that. When Katie got us introduced on email and we both started to write each other, the enthusiasm and the energy I saw in your writing got me amazed.
Katie helped Musa start Educate West Point, and she also happens to have worked with me in Namibia.
And I think you really want women around the world to have dignity. And you've been fighting. I saw that in you, and I felt like I have seen my real partner because we share the same inspiration, the same goal.
But it wasn't just us visiting the project in Liberia. We also had Casey, our project supervisor, and feisty San Franciscan nurse. Casey was flying in at 3 a.m. to a country she had never been to and getting in a car with a driver she'd never met to come to the hotel to meet us.
And that's about all you need to know about Casey.
Casey and I did our masters together, and I don't think I'd seen her in about 4 years, and all of a sudden she's lying next to me in my bed in Liberia.
There's a dead person in my bed. Actually, it wasn't bad. I got in a little bit early.
Was it bike off?
Yeah, that was my layover.
Yeah.
I was in Brussels last 2 days.
Casey, Musa, Musa, Casey.
So nice to meet you.
Stay safe, kids.
Our first stop was an opportunity to sit down with recipients of the cup and understand their feelings about it and their experiences.
Well, you ask your friend, oh, check me, cash me, but you say not call nothing.
Don't leak at all? No drip comes out?
But it's for the first time. I can put it out, play keyboard, do anything.
If I came to you and I said, will you help me put this cup in? How do I do this? Would you
I'm
help
like that,
me?
I'm not sure then how to
Yeah.
The first day we went to bathe at the public bathroom.
On this side. Oh yeah, woman. So this is the privately owned toilet in West Point.
And then she saw me dumping the mess in the river. And then she said, what kind of nastiness are you doing? I said, is this nastiness? But Nana, she was said she in need of this cup.
I enjoy my cup. Mama, I get it used to put it there. I can walk with it, I can move with it, I can make people feel fine. Did you say Genevieve helped you? Yeah, Genevieve. She helped you learn how to. Yeah. Genevieve's being located.
This is Genevieve. We were joined by Genevieve, who had actually participated in the very first Cova Project distribution.
I remember seeing Genevieve on our first training in Liberia, and she was sort of sitting off to the side, and then the next day we had a whole new cohort, and she was there, back.
The first people that I received the cup, and then I use it, and I love using the cup. And I also encourage people that have a lot to keep it in their home, but to use it.
She was a nursing student and approached us last year wanting to get involved. So seeing her choose to come back this year and jump up and talk to the girls about her experiences with the cup and why she felt it would be valuable for them, that was everything.
Liberia is an onslaught of sounds and smells and heat. We ride around in kekes and cars with no seatbelts and no air conditioning. It's a lot of chaotic energy.
One thing about West Africa, it's humid.
What would you estimate the temperature to be in here right now?
Celsius 50,000, Fahrenheit 98 degrees, humidity 150%.
Too humid for us and sometimes too humid for our equipment.
Oh, we're fogging up. How are you feeling?
Warm. I'm self-showering at this point.
And with humidity comes rain. And with rain comes power outages.
So we're in West Point, the rains have started and we've just lost power, and that's our backup generator coming in to make sure the session still happens. Rock and roll.
Having Musa as a male project supervisor may seem odd, but it's not.
At first I was like, hi, how will I be talking to women about their menstrual period? But I know that is not the case. I just need to bring in the real women to join me and lead a project where I can do the coordination.
This is Martina and this is Rebecca, Cova Project Liberia project leaders. As Rebecca was new to the project, they asked that Casey and I step up and run the training for the first day so that they could learn from everything that we were doing and repeat it the second day.
I have a question. Has anyone heard or seen of a menstrual cup before? Who does? Your aunt uses it. Does she like it?
Learning that someone in the audience knows someone who uses the cup is a mood changer.
You are all bright, beautiful women. You think for yourself.
There were girls sitting in the front row and you could see them taking notes and drawing all the anatomical drawings. It was really fantastic.
Casey and I run trainings well together because while I'm answering menstrual cup questions, she's able to run around and answer the more private questions about contraception, sexual reproductive health, things these girls would never be able to ask. We make it really interactive. We get the girls up, we ask them to repeat the training back to us. Most importantly, we get everybody laughing.
Can you go to sleep with your puppet? Yes. Can you go swimming with your puppet? Yes. Can you ride a bike with your puppet? Yes. Can you go dancing with your puppet?
Yes. Can you have sex with your puppet? No.
And then like this, squat, and then you put it in you.
Laughing is listening in my book. If we can make the girls laugh, we know that they're engaged.
Do you think it will help you be able to go to school and do more activities?
Yeah, for Liberia we are so blessed and we have it free. I'm so happy.
One of the most commonly asked questions is, where does the Flow Cup come from? And while the answer is Sweden, the real answer is Diana and Diana's wonderful brain.
Hello, my name is Diana and I'm the founder of a company called Flow Cup. And basically what we do is that we sell and donate a lot of menstrual cups.
Flow Cup is made up of Diana's brain, business whiz, and her backup team of girl power, which is why we love them so much. That workspace is made up of nothing but fun and hard work, and that truly is why they are the ultimate supplier partner.
I was like laughing so hard. So I'm Matilda.
I'm working together with Diana at Flow Cup, and I've been here for 3 years now. Gina has arrived from Sydney. We're packing 1,000 cups for Liberia. This is what it looks like, and we have approximately 100 left. So it all starts at our office in Malmö, Sweden, where we keep all our cups, where we have all our team. And when we get an order to deliver to our project, we pack everything up at the office by ourselves. We have like a great connection with like the whole team, and we're so proud of it. Oh my God, Gina she's so positive. She's never sees like obstacles. She's always like, oh, but that's all right. We managed that. That's no problem. I can fix it. It's so good like working with people who wants to make the life easier for like the both parties. We want to like always support each other to make the best collaboration possible. Wow. You cannot like describe Diana with only like one word, because she's like the most like driven, charismatic, passionate person I've ever met. And she has like a great sense of humor, which is why one of the things why we get along so well. And she's like so genuine about her work that every day feels like we're doing something very meaningful and important.
We know that 20,000 girls approximately in low-income countries on different continents have got the cup. And we know that probably at least 50% are starting using it, and that's like 10,000 girls. Like if we were to have these 10,000 girls here, that would be a lot of girls who's now being able to live a freer life during their period. So we are doing a little bit of a difference, and let's not forget about that.
You're doing a lot of a difference.
But you are, we are. We're doing it together. I'm a salesperson. I've been working with sales within telecom for several years. And after a few years doing that kind of hard business, I just felt very sad. And I came to a point in my life where I needed to have a break from everything. And then I was lucky to get pregnant with my lovely son. And unfortunately, for some things happened, and I got to be a single mother. But it's been amazing. It was difficult sometimes, trying to figure out how to use my time in a good way.
Crazy. She's like power woman, but I mean, she has like 2 babies now.
I was trying to figuring out the best way for me and my son to have as good life as possible. And I ended up deciding that starting my own business should be the best way to support me and my son. That's why I decided to start Flow Cup. I was really scared, but you know, when you get a kid, that gives you some kind of strength also to just go for it. He's my leading star in life.
Do you feel like starting your own business kind of showed him that he can do whatever he wants in life?
I hope so, because it's very important for me that he gets that feeling that you can do whatever, we'll just sort it out. So.
Listening to Diana, all I could think about is that the result of love and care like that is someone like Musa.
I was born in the 90s, January 1990, at which time the war was already in Liberia. My mom had to leave her entire livelihood behind and took us to a refugee camp in Guinea. I'm 95% optimistic that if I could have stayed here, by now I'm one of the former child soldiers.
Musa and Educate West Point are backed by his 2 American friends, Mitch and Katie.
Me said to me, Musa, go to college, I will help you, I will pay your college fee, I want you to be great. I told Mitch, I said, I know you want to help me, you want me to leave poverty. But right now, that is not my priority. My priority is to ensure that the current generation in West Point shouldn't suffer the way we suffer. But one thing I understand from Katie is, Musa, this project, it will reduce financial burden on women. And that is all I want.
I like the cup and I feel comfortable when I'm using the cup.
And when the people start coming, sometimes you're not just getting money. You just buy blue biscuit, red with cup when the financial not there. When I use the cup, I get one my wet trouser. I can do everything in normal.
Our girls, they are the ones who are left back because most of them, they are less fortunate. So seeing girls going to school as a male, I feel motivated. I feel inspiring. And also, I see myself as a feminist and one who focuses the activity of female and everything.
Growing up and looking at how my mother was affected, you know, but that's kind of issues where men feel they are the absolute authority. I feel like I disagree when I was coming up. I didn't like my dad because I feel like my dad was too authoritative. And I feel like as long as I didn't agree with my dad, it means what he was doing wasn't right, so I shouldn't do the same. So to break that oath, I need to be who I am today. And my job is to work with women and ensure that their rights are protected and they have the same right, 100% as men.
They really enjoy me in Cine because when in Cine they can't know if I'm seeing my period. Unless if I tell them I'm seeing my period, they know where they can know. Yeah, make me comfortable and feel free. Happy! Now pop can be on me a rascal. Now pop can be on me a swim. Now pop can be on me a play football. Now pop can be there play basketball, dance. Are you all gonna swim? Yeah!
Liberia is the most challenging, but when you see someone like Musa who has emerged from those challenges with more empathy than like almost anyone I know, you can't help but be inspired.
Working with Gina is, she got too many energy. So you need to double up your own energy to match her energy.
Musa and I are in some ways very similar people in very different contexts, and he can read me like a book, and I know exactly what he's thinking.
When you both are doing things together, when she is frustrated, you can see on her face. She don't have to directly express to you because she's very, careful with words. We are trying our best to match your energy because you have too many energy.
We've learnt so much. It's why we can jump into a new project like Ghana with confidence.
My name is Anna Robertson, founder of Yevu Clothing. Yevu is a social enterprise. We are a clothing company. We work with women from Ghana's informal sector. We train them, we build capacity, we pay livable wages, we provide sustainable and fair employment to them. And in return, they make beautiful clothing for the global market.
My name is Felicia Jubi, and I'm a production manager of Yevu company. And I'm also part of the Cova Project.
So you're at university?
Right now.
You're a mum?
Yes.
And you run Yevu?
Yes.
Do you have any spare time?
I found out about the Cova Project through a friend in Australia. I had mentioned to her that we wanted to do something into the bigger community here in Amasaman because menstrual hygiene is a problem for everyone. Gina and I hit it off because we look at sort of, development and community development projects in the same way. I believe that they very much should be community-led and community-focused, and that you're not going into a place saying this is how it should be done or this is what we think a good solution is, but you're going in there and giving people options that they might not otherwise have. And I think that the way that the Cova Project's operated has integrity, it's data-led, and it's quite transparent in terms of its social impact.
Yeah, so today, first training in Ghana. It was good meeting the girls yesterday. They seem really excited and we got on with them really well, which I think is a really integral part of the program.
It seems like the women here are a little bit more open than elsewhere. The education system seems a tiny bit better than elsewhere. So I'm excited just to see how education level can really help open up conversation.
The brilliance of the Cova Project in Ghana comes down to one woman, Abena.
Abena, the menstrual queen.
It actually was part of a kind of a parade, a fair, where she dressed up as a period.
Sanitary pads as a headband.
Okay.
Put them together.
So you are the menstrual queen.
Yeah, and then I put on a white cloth.
Okay.
And then stained it with tomato paste.
Yeah.
Depicting somebody menstruating, just
Okay.
to create awareness about menstruation.
Yeah.
And we had tampons, we had a sanitary pad, and then we had the menstrual cup. My name is Sarah Abena Beniwa Afusi. I'm a feminist and a youth rights advocate. I've been in the development field since 2008. I was contacted by a friend called Joseph, who happens to be a friend of Anna. So he told me about the project and asked me for something I was interested in, of course.
Abena has worked in women's health for years. Because she's not busy enough, she obviously does her own side hustle, which is basically reaching out to women in rural communities. She's a true feminist, true activist, and she's our project lead. So we're really lucky to have her leading these projects in Ghana.
I love menstrual hygiene. I love menstrual hygiene management. I'm the menstrual queen. It's something I'm very passionate about, mainly with girls from very low economic backgrounds. The family doesn't even have enough to live on, so buying sanitary pads every month becomes a problem, and that's why some of them end up having sex with men who can provide them the money for it, and then they end up getting pregnant and dropping out of school. So this project is just like a welcome baby for me, and I'm really excited to be part of it. So today was our first training. It was exciting.
A lot of women turned up. So we ran out of food, but that's okay. We had biscuits. It was really great to be able to use this new sort of training space that we built. The paint is still wet. It's that new. I think that people received it really positively. They were intrigued. They wanted to put a provision in their will that they could hand over a menstrual cup to their daughter or their granddaughter, which we thought was fantastic. And I think that everyone's quite excited and grateful to have been able to be a part of it and just learn a little bit more about women's health as well, beyond the menstrual cups.
Anatomy. What's going on in here?
A lot of organizations are trying to reach girls in rural communities with menstrual hygiene products. But of course, compared to the menstrual cup, we know that's not sustainable because you can't send sanitary pads to girls every month. I think it's a perfect solution. It's going to save them money. It's also going to save them having to not go to school because they are menstruating, having their pads leak and the boys in their class seeing and laughing at them, and so they will laugh at me, I won't go again. It's safe, it's convenient, it's cost effective, and it's not short term. I mean, it can take a junior high school girl through junior high school, through senior high school, through university, and she doesn't have to buy any products.
Abena just stole the show. It was an unbelievable first training session. You know, just as we're starting to ramp up, the world starts winding down.
Good evening, Australia. Tonight, I want to talk to you about the global coronavirus.
It's hard to believe that just 1 week ago today, there were 86,000 people at the MCG.
In the past 2 weeks, the number of cases of COVID-19 outside China has increased 13-fold.
Delhi is in lockdown as the entire country is declared a red zone.
WHO has been assessing this outbreak. COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
We've decided to take urgent and drastic measures.
But now, more than ever, it's going to disappear. One day, it's like a miracle, it will disappear.
We are upgrading the travel ban on Australians for the entire world.
Benjamin Netanyahu and Israel have said that anyone who comes to the country goes into 14 days of quarantine.
In just a matter of hours, the country will go into lockdown.
The door has been slammed shut on boat arrivals.
There wasn't a toilet roll inside.
Handshakes are over.
Here at the International Arrivals Hall, it is very, very quiet.
Thieves have stolen hundreds of rolls of toilet paper, so social distancing will be the word of 2020.
Sadie, everywhere we've been, white coats, temperature gauges, quizzing, wash your hands, arrive, everybody's wearing masks, and you just get out, you're like, I don't know.
We were starting to get more and more concerned about coming home and whether or not that would even be possible.
What just happened?
Power out. Pretty stoked that we're already through immigration.
The great thing about having Sam there was having fresh eyes, because Sam is tough, but we do get into some hairy situations. And it did bring me a little bit of joy to see her experience them in real time. I know. So just to be clear, this is a two-way street.
Oh, well, I'm feeling pretty overwhelmed. You need to remember what Gina's going through with her Lyme disease.
It's been about 11 years, so I know what I'm doing. Sometimes it is too much, but that's exactly why I do this type of work. If the work wasn't worth the pain, I wouldn't get out of bed. I'm preparing for our trip, which we're really excited about, but it's a lot of work, and my hair is falling out again, and I'm sweating.
I'm keeping going, but the pain is like,
She'll jump up and put on a very convincing front, but at the end of the day, she's always battling.
my senses are a bit overwhelmed. My body's in a bit of pain.
Science.
Yeah. Nerve pain and cramps in my legs. But I'm also in like so much pain and trying to be a source of positivity and advice, and it's like if somebody chopped your fucking foot off and then said give me good advice, you're like I actually can't.
You don't have it in you. I mean, you have to give yourself a break too, right?
I just wish I had a working body, because it's just it's hard to pretend like you're healthy when you're just literally dying.
I think if Gina really thought about it, a lot of her drive comes from the fact that her education was just taken from her. The impact of that was huge.
Like, I didn't finish school and it was out of my control. And we know there are girls in there who are not finishing school and it is out of their control. And this thing is a solution for X percentage of them. Dropping out of school because of my health was one of the most unsettling experiences of my life. I mean, every hope I'd had for myself, ambition, independence, success, it was like it was just gone. I don't even really like talking about it, to be honest. It's that hurt, like it's stuck with me that seriously. And so if there's any woman or any girl in the world who I can take that feeling away from by providing them with a cup, like that's the entire mission. When we arrived in Uganda, we were met by Chloe, who'd been running the Cova Project Uganda for the last year.
Chloe also did her Masters of International Public Health with Casey and me. So a reunion on the other side of the planet in the middle of a pandemic was fitting.
Valley Refugee Settlement.
My name is Gabriela. I'm a Congolese refugee. I live here in Naki Valley Refugee Settlement. I'm a scholar at Opportunity and I work with Cova Project as a project leader in Naki Valley. Yeah, after meeting with the amazing lady, Chloe, she's the one that interested me and she came here, told me about the menstruation period. And I think it's a great thing to come with here in the settlement, and I've joined her.
Gabriella was another one of those precious gems. She's a project leader that you know is just going to be unstoppable.
Here we have other women who are using the pieces of kitenge and others are using banana fibers. So things are not easy. We have already distributed 200 cups for 200 women, and they are happy to receive it because it's economically.
We sat down with the girls at Opportunity and had a discussion about their plans for the next distribution.
The number is increasing every day.
Yes.
Every day refugees are coming.
More than 100,000 refugees from 8 different nationalities.
Then we were able to hear feedback from the girls who'd received a cup 6 months earlier.
You have it in right now.
Interestingly, a lot of the girls in Naki Valley weren't initially that interested in using the cup. However, when they ran out of their allocated number of pads, which is like nothing, they gave it a go and they loved it. While this isn't usually how we, introduce cups to women, it really showcased how real the need is.
After she finished her period, she washed it and keep it. The next month she used it again, and she said that thank you so much for giving her the cup. Thank you. Yes. Asante-san. She said that the cup is better because when you are using pads, you feel like you are bleeding so much, but with the cup, you found that you are just bleeding small.
So, merci sana kwa kuletea. As a woman, I know the problem of my fellow woman. I can say that is my nature. I need to see a woman be promoted. When I see my fellow woman is up, I feel like in my heart I feel good. My hero, I can say, as you said, is my mom, because she's the one that have that heart. She's the one that gives me that confidence, that spirit of having something in you to help others. So I think that's, I'm born with that.
And then we were out, Uganda to Kenya and Kenya to Malawi.
At each border crossing, things escalated, especially for Casey, who's an American.
We are all heading to Nairobi.
I remember flying into Kenya and I got an alert from DFAT saying that all Australians should come home and that borders were shutting. I thankfully was getting a flight back to Australia that day, but Gina was heading to Malawi and she asked me what she should do, and I said if it was me, I would leave.
I knew I wasn't going to leave, but that did hit me because there's almost no one I trust more than Sam. So that was when I wrote the email.
Dear Cova team, it is the Cova Project's strong recommendation that you return home. However, if you choose to remain overseas, it will be at your own risk.
We had 3 overseas team members in 2 countries.
Sitting in Australia, we were watching border after border close. You couldn't get on any of the airlines.
Qantas has been forced to take unprecedented action, slashing nearly all of its international flights.
And we were worried because Gina and Casey can be so pig-headed, and we knew how badly they wanted to get to Malawi.
But I know myself and I know those girls, and no one was going to leave until the work was done.
Fresh advice for Australians. This came late last night.
Charlotte, what exactly is the new travel advice?
If you are already overseas, you need to come home now.
Malawi!
We've just landed in Malawi, said goodbye to Sam, and the Australian government is asking us to come home.
Oh, it's my song!
For you, I think.
shower. I'll be 21 on 18th of August this year. The first time I met Casey, she asked me about the health thing here in Malawi, like women's health. So because I'm not well experienced with health, like the family planning, I referred that to my mom. And then they formed a group, the women's group. They started their family planning methods. So that's how it started. And then last year, she asked about us, what are the things we use like when we're having periods? So some other women, like in the villages, they use titenje, which is the cloth. And some other well-to-do people use pads. So when she asked us about that, we told her everything. Gina and Kerry and Casey, they came with the menstrual cups.
Malawi is just so special because it's such a true community-led and based project. Watching the Cova Project come to life there was just such a privilege.
Okay, what's this? Oh wait, do you have the number of trainings you've done?
Yeah.
This one is from those villages.
So have you followed up on all the chiefs that
Yeah,
all training?
the chiefs. The benefits to me of using a menstrual cup, there are so many. The first thing, I really feel comfortable with it. Like I can swim, I can do everything I want to do. The second one is, no one can notice that I'm on periods. Yeah, there are just so many.
No chitenje, no pad.
No chitenje, no pad. I'm not losing money this time.
That's the key.
I'm very happy for that cup.
Like teenagers like us, we don't have money to buy pad. So for that cup, 10 years is a lot of money to save. You have to bring more cups and you have to share some with girls.
You let Ellaby speak, and you were like letting her be the young leader, which is also amazing. Like, instills confidence in her. No? You heard your name and you were like, what? Yeah. I love you guys.
What do you remember about menstrual cups? Remember how long they last?
Yeah.
How long?
10 years.
10 years!
Today we woke up to a ban for Americans going into South Africa. Anyone who'd been through Nairobi basically can't go anywhere, which is the airport we've gone through the most. And all of Peace Corps all over the world is being sent back home to the US. So for me, that was a really big, oh crap, things are real. So Gina has booked her ticket for tomorrow, back to Australia.
We were trying to ignore it, but coronavirus was just happening in parallel and it was getting worse and worse.
We knew we had to think more holistically. Casey, being a nurse, was able to help dispel myths surrounding COVID.
I just want to dispel this myth. It is, if you get it, it's in your cells. The throat is just a symptom. So gargling water, vinegar does nothing. There's a rumor going around Malawi that you swallow hot water with salt and vinegar and it kills the virus. That is false. Wash your hands, Basi.
Washing hands is a huge part of using the cup, but with coronavirus, it became more important than ever before.
Happy birthday to you.
Because that's the length of time that you should be washing your hands for. Really easy to remember and really effective.
This morning, right now, we are printing 100 copies of the manual because we're driving an hour outside of Mzuzu into a village.
We are going to Kalangombe village.
See how Betty and Ellaby are doing, see if there's anything that we can help if they need it, or if we can learn from them and take it back to our other partners in other countries, and what works here might work somewhere else. They're quite inspirational, mom and daughter team. I'm pretty excited.
Sometimes I can push down. So which means well.
And we're just watching Betty and Ellaby conduct the trainings.
I'm trying to keep it together because I'm so proud of them. We did women's health groups for about a year before we started on the menstrual cup, and they did most of the translating and helped me understand the community's needs and how to teach the right answers in a very sensitive way so that, you know, I wasn't offending anyone. I was maintaining respect within the village, the chief, walking that fine line where it's all factual and funny.
Yeah.
You know, creating a sense of humor as they're doing now, and creating a really good, safe space. And they've retained
Everything. Our job is literally to stand here and like be proud. And it's a bloody good job. So there they are, smashing it out of the park, and we're just gonna go shed happy tears for a little bit longer.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
It was just amazing. The girls were really excited to try it out. Go Team Cova!
We're booking emergency flights home. I'm heading home 6 a.m. tomorrow, and Casey will head home on Thursday.
We have to go. You don't
spend much time.
I know, because
only 2
the
minutes.
world is shutting down.
Yeah, I know.
Outside Malawi, the world is going crazy. We almost couldn't come today. So I know it seems like it's weird, it's not real, but Americans are not allowed South Africa, Europe, UK. Bye, my love. Thank you so much. You guys
We've just got to get out of here before everyone shuts their borders. This trip has been a huge success. I mean, yep, we're going home early because of coronavirus. We recognize that most ports of Africa have been shut down. We're running short on evacuation plans. The amazing thing about Malawi is that you feel confident leaving. Who would have thought this is how the trip would end, but trying to be safe, heading home quickly, see how we go.
The Cova Project have huge potential, very much huge.
You get sentimental because you've seen like the journey of the cup. It warms your heart because you can see like this product, this work we do in our office in Malmö, Sweden, is actually doing quite a difference on the other side of the world.
Thank you for my cup!
Thank you, Cova Project, for helping me with this cup.
Like a girl having a cup has ripple effects. She's not only avoiding sleeping with men to get money to buy cups, she's staying in school, and her staying in school means she gets to build herself, she gets to have a career, she gets to contribute to her society, she avoids unwanted pregnancy so she doesn't add to societal problems, she's not going to have a child who's going to be a street child, she's going to be financially independent because she's going to build a career for herself. So you're not just giving to a girl, you are kind of giving to an entire society.
It's so helpful, it's so beneficial to us.
Because women in a rural part of Liberia, they need this crop so badly.
So I can call upon the help of people who are giving us those cups to continue, because women's situation in the camp is alarming. Women are in need for sure of those cups, because getting money is a problem, getting pads is a problem.
Me, I've seen the goodness of these menstrual cups. They're really good, and I will not stop using them. Like, even if it can reach the whole Malawi, it's okay with me. It's really okay.
This project means everything to me, and what I've been able to see is that there are women all over the world who, when given the opportunity, take this on, make it their baby, and exceed my passion.
I never knew that I'd be here working with some amazing women.
So many of us agree that you educate a girl, you change the world. But a huge barrier to education is a girl's period. That can be so simply solved by this cup. You give a girl a cup, you change the world.
you people from Australia, here in Malawi, we need many cups. Please, if you can assist us.
I can call upon your support to give us more cups, to give to fellow women in the refugee camp, to hear our voices because we are in need of them.
So now we turn our attention to you because we put this whole thing together to take you on a journey. You believe in what we're doing, but sometimes it can be really difficult when you can't see it with your own eyes. We wanted to show you the faces of the people who run these projects, the passion in their hearts. We wanted to bring you along for the ride. I hope what we've done tonight is really showcase the work that we're doing, the benefits that it's having, and really what your donations have in terms of impact. We want you to stay on this journey with us. Be a part of the team forever.
So, quick update. Sorry, it's been a while.
Correct. My sis.
Just here in a Cova Project meeting during rainy season. Getting work done.
Hey, listen up, I've tried to tell you this 100 times.
Hi, I'm Gabriella from the Cova Project Nachi Valley. I've been resettled in Stockholm, Sweden with my family. It's amazing, and I'm so excited to continue to be part of the Cova Project.
Right now, we are in Malawi. We're in the car making moves.
Hi guys, we're on the way to teach some villages and some Cova cups.
I will never stop, yeah.
Let's go.
Keep reading between the lines. There's nothing there for you to comprehend.
It was nice using a menstrual cup because I saved some money.
Just finished the training. You did so well.
Rise up now. If you never fall, you don't change at all.
All right, so we just finished our first pilot training down here at Inchalo.
People were laughing, everyone was participating, which is so nice. So far we have distributed over 10,000 for cups across Africa, 4 countries that is, and we need your support to continue our beautiful week across Africa.
Sure do. So please, whatever you can donate would be much appreciated. They're doing amazing work on the ground in all of our partner locations, and in Malawi, we're continuing to expand even during COVID. So yeah, whatever you can donate would be helpful. Keep these girls in school and slowly but surely reduce poverty, specifically period poverty.